Is Airbnb really dead? We keep hearing about this. The market is shifting. Interest rates are likely dropping, actually this week. What does that mean for you as an aspiring Airbnb host? Whether you already have Airbnb properties or if you want to get into Airbnb and have no experience whatsoever. Is it a good time, or is what we're seeing floating online that Airbnb is dead, is that really true? And as a multiple six-figure Airbnb superhost, I have multi seven figures of real estate. The answer is no. Airbnb is not dead if you know what you're doing, right? So again, market is changing. What does that mean for you? In what way is the market changing, right? Interest rates are shifting. And we all know, especially those of you that have wanted to get into real estate, it's been more challenging to find a way to get into the real estate market because the rates are high and the prices are high. Okay, I'm here in California, and everyone here knows what I'm talking about, but not just in California, across the entire country, right? However, recently, there's been a lot of announcements that interest rates might be dropping. And it's an amazing time for you to take a look at how you can break into Airbnb specifically and do it the right way so that you can take advantage of the benefits of having Airbnbs in 2025. Now, everyone thinks it's all about cash flow. Okay? Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Now, the cash flow is better in Airbnb than in any other real estate class. And that's because you can charge more on shorter term stays than you can on a long-term 12-month or longer, even midterm basis. Midterm rentals are also great. Okay? But specifically Airbnb, there are huge tax advantages. So if you're getting into real estate and you want to save tremendous amount of money on taxes, you need to be in an Airbnb. Now, is that the only way? No, there's other strategies. However, Airbnb is an amazing way to generate great tax savings because of what's called the short-term rental loophole. You'll have to work with a CPA or a tax strategist on actually implementing that. However, the guidelines are, this is what I've done, this is what my students do. You go and find the right property and turn it into an Airbnb, whether it already is an Airbnb or not, and you can save a tremendous amount of money on taxes. So the cash flow, when you select the right property, which by the way, guys, is gonna be a quicker video, but if you click the link in the description and you'd like to learn how to get into Airbnb, how to start your Airbnb business, how to scale your Airbnb business or even optimize your Airbnb, whether you're trying to do Airbnb rental arbitrage and you're starting out and to build up that cash flow to eventually purchase, or you wanna just go straight into purchasing an Airbnb to get all of these advantages, tax advantages, cash flow, appreciation, you can click the link in the description, and I work with a few people every single month. It's a one-on-one mentorship. So click the link, apply, see if you qualify, and I'd love to work with you. Now that that's out of the way, you need to understand how to find these properties. And there is a methodology for that. So I'll give you a couple things that you can do. Number one, AirDNA, when you understand how to filter out that data. Now I have a video in my channel explaining exactly how to filter through the data in AirDNA and only get high quality data so that you can go make informed decisions as an investor. Whether you're purchasing or doing what's called Airbnb rental arbitrage, which is a very common strategy if you're starting out, there's also a third strategy, Airbnb co-hosting, where you're essentially playing property manager and building a portfolio of properties, and you're taking a cut while managing other people that already own the properties or already renting the properties. It's zero risk to you. And that's another great way to get into Airbnb. Regardless of the strategy, you need to be able to identify winning properties, and that is going to largely be driven by the amenities that that property has. Okay, so 2025, again, I've other videos about this. Succeeding on Airbnb is all about having a great experience, creating and curating an experience for your guests through the amenities that you have. So nice amenities. I'm talking pools, spas, saunas, pickleball courts, movie theater rooms, game rooms. All of that matters. All of that is going to contribute to you being able to stand out and be a top Airbnb. The days of jumping into Airbnb and not putting much effort, those are over. You used to be able to make a lot of money without really having some sort of special Airbnb. That era of Airbnb is over. However, for the people that want to approach this professionally and build a great income or build wealth, especially through the tax savings, cash flow, and appreciation, is an amazing opportunity. Now, for a minute, let's talk about the real estate market. Just because interest rates are high doesn't mean you need to go through the bank to purchase your property. There are seller financing options. There's creative financing. All of these are ways where you can work directly with the seller and get great deals on your properties. Properties have been sitting on the market much longer because of the landscape over the last couple of years. So that's become a buyer's market, which is great for you and I as investors, because then sellers are more willing to give concessions and allow you to negotiate with them. And that is something you need to take advantage of. And I've been able to lock in great deals because of that. So guys, is Airbnb dead? The old way might be dead, but the new way for people that want to learn how to do Airbnb the correct way in 2025, it's an amazing opportunity to do that right now. Okay. So with that being said, if you're interested in learning how to do Airbnb from scratch, I have a completely free course. You can find that in the description. And for those of you that are more serious about starting your Airbnb business and want one-on-one help, you can click the link in the description, apply to see if you qualify to work with me, and I'd love to get your Airbnb business up and running. Be great.